Hey gang, welcome back to Self Transformed. You're listening to a playback of my free workshop inside my free Facebook group. There's a link in my show notes called Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp. It's the third day, 3 out of 3, and today we are talking about how to pivot when your habits are no longer serving you. Such an important subject matter because this is the strategy that is going to help those habits actually stick and you feel okay if you need to adjust. It's something I recommend all my clients doing every month, just doing a little habit inventory and see how things are working out and see where things maybe aren't necessarily serving you anymore and you need to pivot, or maybe you just need to persist through those habits. So I make sure you stick around to the end. I have a special bonus tip for everyone that is going to change the way that you see your habits for sure. And also, don't forget, I have launched Self Transform You Live. I am so excited for this brand new 6-week signature coaching program. We are going to help you redefine self-care and help you create a simple and super realistic health and fitness plan that's going to last you for life, not just this 6 weeks going through this transformation together. So gang, it's selftransformu, the letter u.com to learn more. Just a reminder, we start May 10th. I'm only taking 15 registrations, only 15 clients because y'all, we're making this small. I'm making it super intimate so I'm able to give all of my time and attention to our group here. You will have live weekly group coaching with me, daily posting from me within our group as well, in addition to 6 weeks worth of workouts, my food freedom method, which we're really going to dig into, and even more important, we're going to get really deeply rooted in habits in order to make these new transformation tactics last you a lifetime. A lifetime, okay? So head to selftransformu, the letter u.com. As a reminder, here's what a couple folks have said who have worked with me in the past. I love them so much. So Brookley said she was always there coaching when you needed it. I loved the group. It was great getting to know people through this experience. One of my other clients said, very responsive, best cheerleader ever. Her quick response time and support was awesome. Millie said she really enjoyed my videos and my style of coaching. The supporting resources were also very helpful too. So gang, I am here for you. I'm a busy working mom, just like you, trying to make everything work and trying not to feel guilty for taking the time for myself. And this is all deeply rooted in my habits and my own transformation story that I talked about 2 episodes ago in the first day of Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp. So go take a listen. And if you're ready, girl. I know you're ready to transform from the inside out. Head to selftransformu.com and reserve your space. There's already been a couple of spots taken. I don't want you to miss out because in the next quarter when I launch this again, the price is going to go up. So since this is our beta group, I'm offering it at a very special rate. Great Mother's Day present for you, right? Right. Okay. Let's get into today's Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp. We're going to be talking about pivot like Ross through those habits that maybe aren't serving you anymore. Hey friend, welcome to Self Transformed, a podcast redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits. I'm your host, Emily Nichols, certified personal trainer, Whole30 coach, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I know the struggle is real when it comes to taking care of you. I too am a busy working mom who felt physically and emotionally drained until I took action on my own transformation journey. I finally found the solutions to feeling confident and living a healthy lifestyle that doesn't feel hard, and now I'm on a mission to equip you with sustainable tools to help transform your life from the inside out, guilt-free. Together, we will simplify your health and fitness into daily habits that don't feel like another thing on your long to-do list, but daily actions that light you up instead. So if you're ready to redefine self-care and step into your own self-transformation, then let's do this. Let's get started. Today's agenda, we're going to do a quick overview of your homework from yesterday. If you didn't have a chance to do that, that's okay. It's not graded or anything. This is just for your own personal development, own eyes to see. But go back and listen to the past 2 days, day 2 and day 3. We talked about the why behind your habits, why they aren't sticking. Yesterday, we talked about strategy, like how to actually make your habits stick. And today, we're going to take it a step further, one level deeper, and talk about how to pivot or persist when those habits maybe or may not be serving you anymore. Okay. Then we'll also talk about strategies to actually evaluate your current habits and let you decide what to do with those habits moving forward. So, yesterday, our homework, we had to, the day before, we took an inventory of our day, of our everything that we do, every single little thing, like going to the bathroom, like making dinner, your workouts, driving time back and forth to kids' sports activities, all of that. Okay. I had you write it all down in a day, within a day, take an inventory of it. Then the next day, yesterday, our homework was to see how we could stack a new habit onto an already existing habit. So I want to know, how did that go? Were you able to find some time within your day where you were like, oh, I think I could, stack, when I get in the car every day to drive to work, I can listen to a podcast like Self Transform, or you could listen to a book, or take that time just to pray while you're going to work. Is that a new habit that's easy for you to stack because it's something you're unconsciously already doing, driving to work every day? Okay. So I want to know how that went, and where we only did it for one. So now I want you to take another step further, kind of taking a look at that time inventory and seeing where else you can stack some other new habits onto your day. Trust me, when they compound all together, all those little things over time, you get big results. And that's where the transformation comes in, friend. Okay. So let's talk about today. I had to put Ross in there going, pivot. So should you pivot or persist when it comes to your current habits? Okay. And I love this quote by Jim Ryan. It says, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going, right? Right now we're motivated. We're like super excited and we're starting these new habits. We've learned how to habit stack, which is one of my favorite habit hacks. And your motivation is just super high. You're feeling super inspired. Like the novelty of these new habits is super great. But say like a couple weeks go by and you're like, the novelty's kind of wore off. Okay. These are some questions to ask yourself. Okay. When it comes to your habits, deciding if you should pivot or persist. Are you enjoying your current habits? Okay. What new habits are you doing, and are you enjoying them? So are you getting up at 5 a.m. and working out and you're like, I'm really enjoying that. It makes me feel energized for the day. It makes me feel great. Or does it feel inconvenient? Okay. So say you decided, okay, I have a half an hour window at 5 p.m. every day to work out. But does it feel inconvenient? Are your kids constantly interrupting? You still have work emails coming through. You're thinking about and trying to multitask making dinner at the same time. Trust me, I have done plenty of squats and lunges in my kitchen while making dinner before. So ask yourself that. Are you enjoying them still? Do they feel inconvenient? And lastly, are your new habits helping you progress towards your goals? What goals have you set for yourself? What was your why for establishing these new habits, like we talked about on day 2? Or what you're doing actually helping you progress towards that goal you have? If not, maybe it's time to pivot. Okay. So let's talk about some actual strategies to evaluate. We've asked ourselves these questions. Am I enjoying it? Is it feeling inconvenient? Is it making progress towards my goals? So here's the first strategy. Go back to your time inventory and evaluate your new habits. How does that look and feel to you where you've scheduled them in through your day? Okay. So if you're like, okay, this is working out well, if this is not working out well at this time, what can you do? Well, you can pivot the time you're doing it. If it's something you're really wanting to do and it is actually helping you progress towards your goal, reschedule it, mix it up and put it in a different time of day. Also, gang, you don't have to work out. I'm just using workout as an example. It could be any type of habit, but say there's something you're wanting to do 5 days a week. If you can't make it happen at the same time every day, that's okay. Do a couple of your days, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday look same, and Tuesday, Thursday look the same. And you could work out at 8 a.m. one day and 5 a.m. the next day. Schedule it in there. Make that part of your habitual schedule every day. Okay. So take a really look
at that time inventory and where you've stacked on some new habits and think about how does that look to you? How does it feel when you're doing those habits as well? Okay. So, like we talked about, your habits should be helping you progress towards your goal. So, say your goal is to feel more confident in your skin, and you're going to do that by losing some weight, which is fine. Okay. Okay. I'm all about ditching diet culture, but if you want to lose weight and feel like that's something and it's something you need to do, then girl, I'm your girl. I'll help you do that with Self Transform You, which we'll talk about here in a minute too. But can you create new ways to achieve the same goal? Can you create new ways to achieve the same goal? So, still talking about working out. So, say you're doing beach body workouts. I love doing beach body workouts. I'm my own personal trainer. I work out at Orange Theory. I coach at Orange Theory. I run sometimes outside. I haven't ran in a while because I'm a seasonal runner. I'm a fair season runner for sure. But take a look and see if you can create new ways to achieve that same goal. So, say you're doing beach body workouts and you're like, the time's working out, but I don't know if this is really helping me meet my goal. Like, all I'm doing is weight training and I need some cardio mixed in there. Just a little bit. All weight training's good, but I need some cardio mixed in there. So, can you create a new way to achieve the same goal? Can you go start walking every day, adding in a little cardio via a Peloton? I'm one of those. I got my Peloton finally. I'm feeling the love with the Peloton community. But can you find a new way to achieve the same goal? Mix up what you're doing with your workout. Also, create excitement again. Get into some new workout classes, get some new workout clothes for that matter, if you want to kind of feel excited again. This past year, my husband helped create a workout space for me that I really got excited about working out again at home. My Peloton's in there. It's where I film all of my virtual workouts that I provide to my clients. It's where I do beach body workouts. I've had friends do workouts in my workout room with me as well. It's just a small spare bedroom that used to be the kids' playroom, which is now mom's playroom. It's my playroom. It's my workout room. So, switching up your environment, switching up the way you're doing something to achieve the same goal, that may help with persisting with that habit. But also, give it at least a month. Okay. Give it at least a month because we are so quick to give up on our habits if we're not seeing results right away, aren't we? We're so quick to just give up on ourselves. A month is a good timeline to reevaluate and see how these habits are serving you or not anymore using these strategies that we just talked about. So, asking yourself these questions, then actually switching some things up or totally eliminating it. And after a month, if you're like, I'm still not feeling this, pivot or persist through it. It's okay to stop a new habit if it is just totally not your thing. And that's okay. You have your whole life to try other new habits, right? It's just because one habit doesn't work out doesn't mean nothing's ever going to work out. Sometimes it takes some time and we're never patient enough with our own transformation, are we? So I love this quote as well by John Dryden. He said, "We first make our habits, then our habits make us." So I've talked numerous times about how working out is one of the biggest forms of self-care for me. But these other habits that I've established have really helped me to take care of myself and be a better trainer, help me be a better mom, a coworker, a friend, sister, daughter, because I'm taking care of myself. And these habits have made me more a positive person, a more optimistic person, a person who's more um, flexible and laid back for that matter, because I've always been that type of person. But when my habits have shifted and, when different times of season comes into your life, I have these deep rooted habits. I'm like, okay, I have these strategies in place now. I've taught myself and I've helped clients do as well, where I'm able to shift and make that habit work for me still and still have that positivity. This past year has been really hard to say the least, right? I know when my kids were home for that like 6-month period, it could have been longer. It was like it's a blur now. I know some of your kids are still home with you as well. My habits and my routine had to change. It had to, because they were here. We were doing virtual learning. I had to pivot. Now, I wasn't giving up so many of my habits, I was not doing some of them anymore. I had to reschedule them and pivot the way I was doing things. But I'm so deep rooted in my habits and how they make me feel that it was an easy transition for me. It didn't feel natural at first, not at all, because it wasn't my normal routine and habits. But over time, I established new habits for myself. And you have to be able to pivot as seasons of your life change. Say you get a new job and your work schedule is completely different. You've established these great habits for yourself. Okay, how can you pivot and persist and reschedule your habits to make them work for you? Okay, what can you do to make them still work for you that way? Okay, so this is not just about right now in your life, like setting these new habits, evaluating them every month, taking inventory of your time, habit stacking. This is lifelong stuff, y'all. Okay. This is not just during like the 6-week Self Transform You program. It's not just right now, this week, doing Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp. This is a lifelong thing. Your habits make you. Okay. They help you persist and pivot through life so you're able to fill up your cup. Okay. I hope this is resonating with you. Please let me know if it is. Looks like I'm still alive too. So, yay, I think I fixed the problem. So, to wrap up today's habit breakthrough boot camp, we're going to go back. I want you to go back and listen to the previous 2 days, okay, and really review why your current habits aren't sticking and think about how to actually make your habits stick. Report back and let me know if any of these strategies have worked for you. Something to think about, if there's even some unhealthy habits you have, go back to talking about the habit loop that we talked about yesterday, evaluating these unhealthy habits. What can you replace those unhealthy habits with and start a new habit loop, that cue, routine, and reward? Okay. We can take it another step further, but we do this within Self Transform You to really dig in deep to your habits and do some real life stuff to make it work for you. Because I know y'all are busy and you don't feel like you have enough time, or you do feel guilty when you take time. But if you're able to really sit down and look at the data as far as your day-to-day life, what you can schedule in, and pivoting or persisting every month, taking a look at it, you will succeed and you will see that transformation. Okay. So report back and let me know if any of these strategies work for you. Okay. And I have a bonus tip for you all for being here, for supporting me the past few days, and for the few of you that have signed up for Self Transform You so far. I'm so excited to be working with you all. Remember, give this time, be patient, have grace. And the biggest bonus tip I can give you, this is huge. I learned this from James Clear from Atomic Habits. It's a book. If you're interested in learning more about habits, it's my jam. It'll be yours too if you love to learn about habits. Don't allow yourself to miss more than 2 days of your new habit. Sit with that for a second. Don't allow yourself to miss more than 2 days of your new habit. Okay. One day, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. You had something come up. The next day, if you're like, oh, I'm so busy again, I can't do it. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Yep. You're going to miss it the 3rd day. Then the 4th day, then the habit's gone. Then you've thrown your hands up in the air and said, I started and stopped something again. Trust me, I've done that. I can't even count how many times I've done that throughout my life. And I still do it sometimes now, right? This is a journey. This is a journey, and that's okay. So, bonus tip, don't allow yourself to miss more than 2 days of your new habit. Now say you have created this real solid habit for yourself. It's been a year and you go on vacation and you're like, I'm going to, take a week off from working out. That's fine. You're being intentional with it versus like just letting time get away from you and not being intentional with your time. Okay. All right. Very, very good. So I hope you've enjoyed these past few days. As a reminder, registration is now open for Self Transform You live. We'll be doing it in this type of format, okay? Well, there'll be live weekly coaching calls with me live in our Facebook community group. Accountability with other women in this type of environment is going to help you be successful. Okay. So as a reminder, Self-Transform You starts May 10th. I'm only taking 15 folks. That's it. This is a beta launch group, meaning this is our first time launching. So I'm offering it at a very special price. Next quarter, when I offer it again, the price will go up. Okay. So you're going to be breaking up the diet culture, having some simple fitness, some workouts from me, and really digging into these habits, gang. I mean, I know there's been so many times you've probably started a new workout plan or a new eating plan for that matter. And you start off so strong, but maybe over the weekend you get off one day or you get off 2 days. That's okay, right? But what happens is you haven't established these deep rooted habits to help keep you going with your health and fitness. And that's what we're going to do. This is a 6-week program to kind of give you that momentum, but it doesn't stop there. Okay. We are going to have a workbook / journal / tracker. I'm calling it all 3 things because it's all these things where we're going to stack new habits on each week for you to keep it simple so it's not so overwhelming. Okay. How many times have you bought a course or done something where it's been like, there's 20,000 modules and you have to do this, this, this. And then what happens? You don't even complete it. Me, I'm raising my hand. I have done that. So this workbook journal will help you just ease into this health and wellness journey, this journey of becoming more confident, this journey of taking care of yourself and your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual transformation. It's an inside out transformation. Okay. And all these tools I'm providing, it's what I've learned from coaching folks. And it's what I've learned from just my own personal journey, as well as being a busy working mom, trying to balance all the things and really just wanting to freaking take care of myself and feel good. Is that so wrong? No, we all deserve to feel our best and feel lit up. Do you ever meet those people where they're just kind of like a bright light? Don't you want to be that person for other people? Don't you want to be that for your kids? I do. I don't want to be 2015 version Emily, where I was just exhausted, bloated all the time too, and just barely surviving. I want you thriving, girl. I want you thriving, friend, and Self-Transform You will help you do that. So make sure you register because, like I said, I'm making it a very small, intimate group of only 15 girls. And we start May 10th, which is just right around the corner. So make sure you go to selftransformu, the letter U.com, and register for Self-Transform You right away. So thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It looks like I'm still live. So yay, it worked. I mean, this is real life. You know, my kid got sick this morning. My Facebook technology wasn't working. This is real life. You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But we're all doing the best we can. And that's all I want you to do. I want you to do the best you can. And I want to be able to give you the tools to help you feel your best too. Okay. So as a reminder, we finish up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern with another fun workout together with yours truly. So all fitness levels welcome. I always provide modifications, options, no equipment needed, nothing at all. And we're going to have fun. So we started the week with a workout. We've had these 3 days of training about habit. And tomorrow we're going to end the day moving our bodies, just feeling so lit up from the inside out. And I can't wait for that tomorrow. So let's stay connected. As always, you can give me a follow on Instagram at EmilyNichols22. Let me know what you learned from today's workshop or this week so far. Feel free to send me a message here or even comment in one of our posts here in our Facebook group. And don't forget to listen to Self-Transformed. If you're listening to the replay on the podcast this week, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't, make sure you go back and listen to the previous couple of days of Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp so you can find your breakthrough for your transformation. And I tell you what, it's all within those habits. Okay. So thank you so much again for joining me. And we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for the last day of Habit Breakthrough Bootcamp. We're going to sweat it out and work it out together. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Hey girl, real quick, before you go, if you love today's show and know your girlfriends need to hear this message too, then grab a screenshot, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at EmilyNichols22 because the more mamas out there hearing this message, the more empowered we'll all feel to take care of ourselves so we can pour from a full cup. Or the number one way you can thank me for this podcast is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas will find the show here too. Love you and appreciate you, girlfriends. See you next time.